Chris here from DivaDirt.com. I'm honored to be joined by the 2015 Legacy Award recipient, Lita. Lita, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great and very honored to be the recipient of the 2015 Legacy Award. I know you guys have done this prior years, so I am happy to join the alumni of that group.
You know, talking about legacies, what do you think the most enduring part is of your legacy?
You know, people will constantly bring up autograph sessions. I remember this moment or this match. And I think the thing that really makes you have a legacy is creating those moments that speak to the fans' hearts. You know, it's not just somebody being talented or athletic or beautiful. It's getting below the surface and making you feel, you know, you guys grew up with me. And I'm happy to have been a part of many of your childhoods, and some of you now being young and rediscovering, or not rediscovering, but discovering me for the first time. I think it's just playing with those emotions is what makes you have a lasting legacy.
You know, we have talked a lot about this year about the term diva, the whole Give Divas a Chance movement, everything going on. What does that term mean to you?
I love that there's a Give Divas a Chance movement out there. However, you make your own chances, you make your own opportunity, you create chances and opportunities that maybe aren't there. There was no valet that mimicked the finishing moves of a male wrestler at the time that I started. I made that chance, you know, so I think it's interesting. It's like, yeah, give the Divas a chance, but you guys take that ball and don't run with it. You can punt it through the field goal.
If you're given an inch to
reference. I hate football.
If you're given an inch, take a mile, right?
Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
You know, you spoke a few moments ago about how much you enjoy meeting fans, young and old alike. Events today, we're at a Lasting Legacy, a tribute to women's wrestling. You did WrestleMania 31 access. What's the most memorable exchange you've had with a fan? Anything come to mind?
Well, you know, I really love grown-up fans will bring their Polaroid pictures of having met me in 2000 or something like that, and they've changed and I've changed, and sometimes they'll bring their children now that are throwing up hand signs and telling them they're going to do moonsault on their, you know, she does moonsaults on her dolls at home, and just seeing it basically, you know, becoming a legacy, like seeing this thing that's happening and still remembered and being talked about after it's already passed.
NXT Divas have been tearing it up recently with Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks wrestling the longest match at last week's TakeOver Unstoppable. Do you see those girls making a huge impact on the main roster?
I would love to see this next chapter unfold with the more introduction of the girls from NXT who are down there tearing it up. But what I'm kind of loving, what's happening right now, is the NXT is almost becoming like its own brand, like ECW when it was like separate from WWE, and it's like, I don't know, I hope we can maintain that really special quality that those girls are having down there up on the main roster. But I'm just loving that it's accessible. You know, you can get it right on the network, on Hulu, and watch it just as you can the main WWE show. But they're carving out their own niche down there.
Absolutely. Finally, you're set to be a trainer on the upcoming return of Tough Enough. What will you be looking for in the next generation of divas?
What I'm looking for, I feel like moves you can teach, you know, you can throw in some spray tan and hair extensions on those girls or whatever. That's not what I'm looking for. It's knowing who you are and being able to, what I feel like, navigate all these balls that come thrown at you, and how are you going to deal with that? Because having a strong sense of self and being able to take a risk, that's more what I'm looking for.
Awesome. Lita, the 2015 Diva Dirt Legacy Award recipient. Lita, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you guys so much, and thanks for being the awesome website that you've been for so long now. I know fans of women in wrestling really appreciate you guys being there and then having a forum to kind of like make friends over the bond of being fans of women's wrestling.